Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, and today's video is going to be another favorites visited video. Now first of all, before we go on to talking about like this video and all that stuff, let me just tell you that I'm in a very confused zone right now. Like I don't know whether I want to go glam or I want to go like absolutely casual because my makeup is pretty glam today. I've actually used a concealer like all over my face as a foundation. I don't know how well you can tell, and my clothes are like the comfiest clothes ever. I'm in my PJs right now filming this video, so yeah, I don't know what zone I am in, so if it does not like go together, like you'll be like a glam face and then like casual clothes, like what is she up to? I honestly don't know what I'm up to, so just keep that aside. Moving on to talking about this video, it's gonna be a favorites revisited video. I didn't do one since I think like 2 months at this point, and there are quite a few like favorites videos that I have to talk about, like of course my monthly favorites, and then I also wanted to do like a favorites revisited for my last year's favorites, like the yearly favorites, like my 2017. I just messed up the year, but yeah, my 2017 yearly favorites which I did last year, I want to do like a favorites revisited for that and share with you guys if I still love those products, if I still have them in my collection, if I don't have them in my collection anymore, what are my thoughts on them. I want to share those with you today, and I'm actually filming on my own phone and I have my mom's phone right here, so I'm gonna be like going through the products from my mom's phone and sharing it with you guys. So just in case you see me either looking down or you see a random phone, because I don't think you guys have seen my mom's phone. It's a Vivo V5, and this cover is by caseorcover.com or .in, I'm not sure. Both of us have cases from that website, so yeah, just a little like TMI information. But yeah, now let's quickly get started because we have a lot of products to cover, like a lot. Like this year I feel like my yearly favorites are more like concise, and I'm not talking about too many products, but like last year I spoke about like almost 50 products, so we have a lot to talk about. So let's just quickly get started. The first makeup product which I mentioned in my makeup favorites 2017 was the Bodyography clear primer. So it was basically a clear silicone primer, and even though that one is, I feel like a lot more expensive and it's not easily available, but I feel like there are so many other silicone primers which are so much better, like the Lotus Eco Stay primer, the Color Bar primer is what I currently have in my collection, and I feel like I don't need to like go ahead and repurchase the Bodyography one because there are so many more affordable primers which I feel like do the same thing, so you don't need to spend that much of money. So even though I do like the concept of that primer, but I don't think I'll go ahead and repurchase that one. So it's, the product is not my favorite, but the product category is definitely a favorite. It'll be a favorite forever, I'm pretty sure. Moving on, next, the Avon Dual Powder Foundation in medium weight is actually something which I did rediscover because I mentioned that in my favorites revisit, like the previous favorites revisited video as well, and I did revisit that. Actually, it's currently in my everyday like makeup box. It's on my face right now. It's in my project pan for January, so yeah, I'm currently obsessed with that one. I'm using it quite a bit, so yeah, it's definitely still a favorite. The Lakme 95 Flawless Matte Complexion Compact is something which I don't have in my collection anymore because I've used up all those which I have. But if I had to go ahead and repurchase a compact powder and like use it, this one will definitely be one of the compact powders which I will repurchase because I really love the stuff. Like I really love it. It's super duper affordable, has great coverage, lasts on my skin all day. The shade matches me pretty well. The shade Melon is what I use, and I don't have enough good things to say about it. So yeah, I will definitely repurchase that, and it's still a favorite. Moving on, next we have the Maybelline Colorshow Blush in Creamy Cinnamon, which is still in my collection. I have not been able to finish that up. It was on my project pan, but I could not finish that up. I do still really love it, and if I have to go to a blush in my collection, that is the one which I reach for first. Like it's one of my absolute favorites for an everyday basis. It's just perfect. I absolutely love it till date. Then we have the Maybelline the Falsies Push Up Drama Mascara. Again, you guys know I have used up, I don't even know how many. I've used countless ones, and it's definitely one of the mascaras which I go for the most, and I'll definitely repurchase it because I still absolutely love it. The L'Oreal La Palette Nude in Rose, again this is one of my absolute favorite products. It's something which I have again currently in my everyday makeup box. It's something which this year probably I want to like really finish it up. I want to use up every single shade. That is my goal for the year. I do have 5 shades which I have kept for myself, and the rest 5 are still in the palette, and I actually decluttered that palette. I gave it away to my best friend. So yeah, that was for the L'Oreal Lab palette Nude. Then we have the Avon True Color Glimmersticks like Kajal eyeliner. I do really love the Avon retractable like pencils. They're sometimes called kajals, they're sometimes called eyeliners. I do really love them. I have not repurchased any of them because I don't always place Avon orders for myself. I generally do that more for my customers, and sometimes if I feel there's a good offer I might pick it up, but I'm more into trying out new eyeliners and kajal pencils because I want to review them for you guys and like share those with you. So I haven't repurchased any of these, but I still really like, I still remember that I really love the formulation, but like currently I don't have any of them in my collection, and I don't plan on repurchasing any of them in the near future because I want to try new ones. Then we have the Faces Magneteyes Kajal. Again, this is something which I don't have in my collection anymore, but if I had to go out and repurchase one of the retractable Kajal pencils or eyeliners, I might repurchase this one, but right now I'm more like a trying out new ones phase rather than a repurchasing previous favorites phase. So yeah. Then we have the Sugar. It's a Pout and Vivid lipstick in the shade. I mentioned the formulation in general, so we have like both the colors, Breaking Bear 02 and then 07, the Twilight Rose. I do have both of them in my collection. I'm trying to finish up Breaking Bear in the near future, and then we'll move on to like Twilight Rose. So yeah, I do still love the formulation, but will I repurchase more shades from this line? I do want to try out Peachy Little Liars, that is for sure, but like, will I repurchase any of these 2 shades? I don't think so, because I have like ton of mauve shades in my collection, so I don't need any more. So after I use these 2 up, I don't think I'll go ahead and repurchase the same shades. I'll try out Peachy Little Liars, but I do have a lot of other formulations in general which are my favorite. So this formulation is not my absolute favorite anymore in general. So yeah. And I also wanted to like quickly tell you guys that I thought I mentioned like a lot of favorites, but like I just had 9 makeup favorites, and then I have 17 skincare favorites, which makes it just 26. So I definitely exaggerated the number of favorites which I had last year. But yeah, since we spoke about all the makeup favorites, now let's move on to the skincare favorites which we have. And the first one is the Dove Oil Control Facial Cleanser. This is something which again I don't have in my collection anymore, but I did have the one in the red and white packaging, which was the Inner Glow Exfoliating Facial Cleanser. I recently finished that up completely. If you're following my UUVE project pan or my Instagram stories, you would know that. So yeah, I did finish that up. I'm not planning on repurchasing either of those anytime in the near future, but in the like maybe towards November of 2019, like that is 8 months from now. Probably in winters I might like end up repurchasing that before winter starts, but that's like a long time, and I might probably find out like discover some other facial cleansers by then which I might like more than this one. So right now it's not something which I'm planning on repurchasing, and it's not like a current favorite, but yeah, let's see what happens in the future and if I do end up repurchasing that or not. But it's definitely a great one. I would still like highly recommend that if you are someone who has dry skin throughout the year. I think that is going to be a really good face wash for you to use out throughout the year, but since I have oily skin, I don't reach out to that like throughout the year. I said throughout the year like what, 5 times? So yeah, anyways, let's move on. The next face wash which I have to mention, I did not know that I mentioned this in my last year's favorites, like I don't even remember, but this face wash has been a favorite since a very long time. It's the Nivea Purifying face wash. I recently mentioned, I think in one of my haul videos. I'm pretty sure that video is either up already. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's up. It was a haul video, like a collective haul, and I had to mention this in that video. The Nivea Purifying face wash is again one of my favorites. The one I have currently is I think my 3rd or my 4th tube. So yeah, I absolutely love that stuff. Moving on, next, the Biotique Neem face wash. Again, I mentioned this in my best and worst of Biotique. If you haven't watched that video, definitely go and check it out. I'm planning on doing like my best and worst for a particular brand sort of videos more like frequently. So yeah, if you have oily acne prone skin, you're looking for a good affordable face wash which is easily available, I would highly recommend the Biotique Bio Neem face wash. I tend to go more for the Avon green tea and tea tree cleanser. I prefer that one over the Biotique Bio Neem face wash. But yeah, this one is like my second favorite face wash when I have oily acne prone skin and when I'm breaking out and stuff. So yeah, and then again, moving on, next the face wash which I just mentioned, it's like my holy grail. It is the Avon Purifying Cleanser, green tea and tea tree oil. This is the one which I always repurchase. It will always be a favorite. I always need to have backups. I have one tube currently and I did order for a backup as well because I always need to have this in my life. And then the next face wash is again by Avon, another holy grail. It is the Avon Purifying Cleanser Perilla Leaf. This one is like a carbon cleanser. So I have like, I think, two backups right now, like in my cupboard. And then again I have a backup which is coming, like I placed an order for that. So again, this is one of the face wash I can't have enough backups for. So yeah. Then we have the Patanjali Activated Carbon Face Wash. This is something which was in my which is in my UUBE project pan. I don't know, by the time you have watched this video, I would have probably like finished it up already. But as of today, the day I'm filming this video, I have not finished it up completely, but I'm on my last leg. I have like maybe 5-6 uses of it left. So yeah, will I end up like repurchasing this? I am a little bit dicey about that because I feel like the Avon one is like my holy grail, ride or die. If I had to repurchase just one for the rest of my life, that would be the one I would repurchase, which is why I'm thinking if I'd repurchase this one or not. So a little bit dicey about that. But this is what I'm currently using right now and I do love using it, so I have to say that it is still a favorite. Moving on, next is something which is something I have currently in my collection, but it's not a favorite anymore and I'm not going to repurchase that anymore again, of course. It's the Avon Nutraeffects Mattifying Toner. So this one contains alcohol in it and it does sting and burn on my skin. Like, I've realized that now. Earlier it never used to sting or burn on my skin, but now it has started doing that because I think I've been using more products which are like good for my skin right now. So whenever I use something which is not good for my skin like starts burning and tingling, and it gives me like an indication that don't use this anymore because I'm not liking it. Like, it does that. So the bottle which I have currently, I will finish it up, but I'm not going to end up repurchasing it after that because it's not good for my skin. Then the Avon Nutraeffects Balance Gel Cream is like, apart from the Plum Green Tea cream, the Clarity Night Gel, like that is what I love when I have acne prone skin. But this is something which I love, like just in general. It's just an amazing gel moisturizer which I absolutely freakingly love. I'll continue repurchasing it. It's gonna always be a favorite. Again, something which I always need to have a backup for. So yeah. And then again, moving on, next, the Plum Green Tea Renewed Clarity Night Gel. I just mentioned I am currently on my 3rd or 4th tub again, once again. Always a holy grail, always a favorite, always need to have it in my collection. What more should I say? Then we have the Biotique Bio Chlorophyll Anti-Acne Gel. Again, something which I did mention in my best and worst of Biotique. Absolutely freakingly love it if you want something which is more easily available and accessible, something which is affordable when you have like acne prone skin and you're having breakouts and stuff like that. This is something which I would definitely recommend. It's not a favorite anymore, to be like honest, because the Plum Green Tea Renew Clarity Night Gel is something which I prefer over this. So I might probably not repurchase that and probably not it's not a favorite anymore, but it's still something which I would recommend because of course the Plum one is more expensive and not everyone wants to spend like 500-600 bucks on something which will run out in a month or like 2 months, because this will also run out in 1.5 to 2 months, but it's a lot more affordable. It's like 1/3 the price of the Plum Renewed Clarity Night Gel. So if you're on a budget, this is definitely something which I would recommend. Then we have the Body Shop Tea Tree Oil. Now, for me, tea tree oil, no matter what brand it is, does not matter. The Body Shop one is definitely expensive. I've seen found used a lot of more affordable alternatives. Actually, I did mention another one, which was the Nykaa tea tree essential oil. Again, a lot more affordable. It's like half the price of the one by Body Shop. So definitely, if you want something which is easily available and accessible for you, which you can find online easily, like on the website or even like in stores, I do believe Nykaa stores, the on-trend stores might also have the essential oils, because I've seen like other bath and body products and stuff like that from the brand, like Nykaa's own brand, in the Nykaa on-trend stores and things like that. So I think it'll be easily available and accessible. But I think any tea tree oil that you can go for just does the same thing. The brand does not really matter for me. And tea tree oil is again something which I always need to have on hand. I might not always use it, but it's like when nothing works, I go for my tea tree essential oil. Like, it's a trusty ride or die product which I cannot live without. I always need to have, and it's always gonna be a favorite. Then we have the Juicy Chemistry Lemon Essential Oil. Now, I believe I still have like this in my collection, and I might have like a tiny little amount, but I've been using a lot more other products to like help lightening with my acne scars and things like that, which is why I'm not using lemon essential oil at the moment. So I can't say it's a favorite right now, but is it something which I will go back to? Probably not. Let's see how it works. But right now I'm into using serums which help in lightening my scars. So I'm not sure if I'll like end up going back to lemon essential oil particularly, or even particularly Juicy Chemistry. I'm not sure, to be very honest. Then we have the Avon Nutraeffects Miracle Glow Facial Oil. I feel like if I had to not try out any new facial oils and I had to go back to one which I have already used, which is like a trusty, which I know will work for me, then this is the one which I'll go for. But currently I have the one by Plum in my collection, and I definitely love the one by Avon more than the one by Plum, to be like very honest, because the Plum one is more heavy and thick. It is supposed to be lightweight. I don't think it's lightweight, to be very honest. The Avon one is definitely a lot more lightweight and gets absorbed very quickly into the skin. The Plum one is more heavier, like, to be very honest. So yeah, if I had to this is not a current favorite or something which I have currently in my collection, but if I had to stop trying out any new brands, any new other facial oils, and go back to something which I know is gonna work for me, this is the one I would go for. Then we have the Lotus Herbals Anti-Tan Face Scrub. I do remember using this for like a very long time, but I don't like very clearly have an image of how much I used to like love this or hate this. I knew I liked it, but currently I don't even have a very clear image of like this in my mind. So I'm pretty sure I've used it like a long time back, and I don't even remember anymore, which makes me kind of guilty. But yeah, of course it's not a favorite anymore, and I don't think I would repurchase it, because currently I have the Saint Ive scrub, which I am like absolutely in love with. Like, it makes my skin really smooth, and I just love that. And secondly, I remember getting the anti-tan scrub and using this because I have been tanned for years, like throughout my childhood, throughout my school life. I've been really tanned because I never ever wore sunscreen, but now like my face, my body, everything matches, and I don't have like a tan or anything. So since I don't have that issue, I don't need something like this either. So yeah. Then we have the Neem Naturals Green Tea Lip Scrub. Again, this is something which I used up a long time back. I don't have it anymore in my collection, and it's not a favorite anymore, because right now I have the Juicy Chemistry Lip Scrub, which I like. It's not an absolute favorite. I don't like love it. But yeah, I don't currently have like a lip scrub which I can call like a holy grail, something which I'll always go back to, which is like an absolute favorite. Like right now I don't have anything of that sort. Definitely, if you have some good lip scrub recommendations, let me know in the comment section. I would love to know. And last but not the least, the Face Shop sheet masks. These are something I'm pretty sure again will always be a favorite. I'll always have it. Like, it's just a holy grail essential. Of course, I still love them, and I don't think I'll ever stop loving them, to be very honest. And yeah, pretty much that was it for all my yearly favorites for 2017, and I shared my thoughts and opinions if I still love it or not. And I'm so sorry guys, I did not realize this video was like 20 minutes long, so I'm not gonna make it any further longer. I really hope you enjoyed watching and you found it helpful, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel. I asked you guys to give me like a thumbs up for the first time ever on my channel, but yeah, that'll kind of tell me if you like watching my favorites revisited videos, and if I should like continue doing them frequently and like maybe every month or every like once in 2 months. I think that will really give me a good indication. So definitely give me a thumbs up if you want to continue watching like videos in this series. And yeah, please do subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, because it would mean the absolute world to me. And also hit on the notification bell button, which is next to subscribe button, because that way you'll get a notification every single time I post a new video. And I'll leave my social media handles along with like the names of all these products in the description box. If I was too fast, you did not understand what I was talking about and like all of that stuff, then the names in the description box might help you. And I'll also leave links to the videos which I mentioned, like my best and worst of Biotique. All of you want to watch like these videos if you haven't watched them already, again the links will be in the description box, so you can go and check that out. And yes, I'm not making this any further longer, I'm signing off now. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video guys. Until next time, bye bye.